Hello, I'm Consumer Catherine Allen, and I'm going to make a presentation on the value of procurement in enabling project triangulation. Now, procurement is the process of acquiring the necessary resources required for the successful completion of a project and its objectives. While project triangulation basically is looking at the different aspects of a project that build it up and help it in being able to deliver its outcomes, its outputs. And in this case, the main aspects we are looking at are project time, project cost, and project scope. These are the main aspects that we are looking at that, if well handled, they will help in delivering the desirable outcomes from a project. It will help in fulfilling and bringing forward the objectives of the project. However, these aspects of project time, project cost, and project scope, their level of influence, they are all relevant to a project, but their levels of importance and influence may vary from project to project. There will be some projects which time is the main bit, the main aspect that others have to follow, and there will be some projects whereby the cost is what is the main aspect, and there are those projects whereby the scope is the main aspect. So it's not that it must be the three of them. They will vary from project to project, and it's necessary to have an effective, efficient, and integrative relationship between procurement and a project. And procurement should be integrated in a project from the beginning. In other words, from the planning stages, from the initial stages, and procurement management should be handled through from the beginning up to the end, up to the project closure. Now, we look at how is procurement of value to project triangulation. Now, procurement enables project triangulation, or it enables the smooth running of a project in a way that it adds value. Procurement adds value either by reducing costs without any compromise in quality and product features, or by assuring operational efficiency to enable better quality at no additional cost. And this it's possible to handle this aspect through the procurement process. And in the procurement process is where we see specifications are identified for the different requirements in the project. We have a formation of standard bid documents. In here, these are all clearly bringing out the kind of quality that is required for the requirements for this project so that it can successfully be performed. So in the procurement process, when they are making the standard bid documents, when they are making terms of references, when they are getting specifications, they clearly bring out the kind of quality that is required, and therefore the project is able to deliver quality work because it is quality requirements that were provided. Now, procurement also helps on it's of value to time in a way that during the procurement process, we get timelines. We are able to give the suppliers timelines so that they deliver things at the right time, in the right place. And so the project is able to deliver also in the right times because the procurement process has also been handled properly. It has been handled timely. So procurement helps in delivering the time aspect of a project. Then the project cost is also handled in the process of procurement. Now, during the procurement process, different suppliers are called upon using different methods. For example, in the bidding, So these different suppliers give the project the opportunity to look at the different prices, to do market surveys, so that the project is the project management is able to compare prices, so they are able to get quality products at comparable prices, not overpriced or underpriced goods, because they're able to compare the different prices that are on the market, and they're able to produce they're able to get to the project outcomes, to get the project objectives at a reasonable cost, because they have made a market survey and seen and chosen the best of the market that they can provide. So procurement is very relevant in the project life cycle, in project triangulation, because it helps in facilitating all this, in understanding project cost, in understanding project time, in understanding project scope. Basically, procurement is the main objective of the procurement function is to provide inputs of the project in the right quality, and they should be delivered in the right quantity, and delivered at the right place, in the right time, at the right price. That's the main objective of procurement in the project triangulation. And if this happens, then we will have the project delivering its deliverables in the right time, in the right cost, and it will deliver it in the given scope, because all these have been looked at in the procurement process. Another objective of procurement is for the sake of risk management. During the procurement process, the project is able to identify any risky areas, and they're able to mitigate those risks because they have foreseen them, and the project will not suffer setbacks which may affect the scope, which may affect the cost. Maybe they have to pay more prices, but if during the procurement process, they will have foreseen them, and they will have known how they will overcome them. And then we have the relationship management and reputation management. It's also managed in the procurement process because of dealing with different suppliers. And the project, in dealing with different suppliers through the procurement process, they're able to build relationships with different suppliers, and their reputations are also built because they have set a standard, and the suppliers get to know how the project is working and what is required of them, and then they match through the set standards, and therefore they build that relationship and they're able to work together. Therefore, in conclusion, procurement is quite of value to a project, and it should be integrated and move on with the project, not left anywhere, but move on with the project from the beginning to project closure. Thank you so much. I remain Catherine Allen. Thank you for your good attention.